All right. Welcome y'all to the GIP Open House. GIP Open House. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in, y'all. Try if I can do something right quick. I see we got a couple people on. How to do? How to do? We apologize for the delay. Hey, boo. Gonna give everybody a second to come on in. Share with your buddies. Share, share, share. Trying to do double duty here to see what's going on. Hey, boo. Gonna give everybody a second to come on in. Okay. Share with. Hello, Crystal. Hey, Secunda. Share on your Facebook, on your Instagram. The positionists are in the house, y'all. It's going down. Put it in the store. I don't know if I can put it in the store. All right. Let me know where you guys are watching from, and share again. We're gonna get started in just a couple of seconds. Shout out to our amazing social media gurus here in Lachelle, CEO, founder, visionary of the PCE Academy. You know what's here? I guess as I was playing this music, I'm gonna have to put some on there about I don't own the rights to this music. This is Chill Tape Volume 3 by Jan Hunter Jr. I want to make sure that I give Brother Hunter his props for the Latin chill vibes. Crystal from Charlotte, North Carolina, I appreciate you. Appreciate you, love bud. Gotcha. Are y'all tagging on Instagram? I'm scared to get on there. I might mess around and do something crazy on the phone. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank y'all so much for popping in. I appreciate you guys. Welcome to the GIP Financials Open House. We are going to have some fun. You're going to be informed about who GIP is. And I want to make sure that I give my flowers where my flowers are supposed to be. So first of all, I want to thank all of our partners that are on live. So we got Angie Steele with the Women's Business Center South, and she's also an entrepreneur. a partner with GIP Financials. We appreciate her. Secunda Lewis of SWAA Cleaning Services in St. Louis, Missouri. We appreciate Secunda. All right. Thought I saw somebody else. I know we have some visitors. So, Crystal, bless you. We appreciate you so much. And what I asked my partners and my clients to do is to make sure in the chat that they show love and give testimonials. Everybody's on chat duty. Everybody's on chat duty. So if anybody has questions, y'all make sure that you extend the deacon hand, and everybody's gonna do the deacon hand at the end of the open house because that's what we're gonna do. All right. What's his name again? Well, who? Bro Tunstall? You talking about Bro Tunstall? Secunda. All right. So our guest, Bro Tunstall, and Brother Lott, Stuart Lott of Backbone Technologies. They won't be on tonight, but y'all make sure that y'all lift them up in prayer. Bro Tunstall had to take his baby back to school. And Brother Lott is not feeling well, so y'all make sure that y'all lift them up in prayer. So, with that being said, are y'all ready to get started? Let's get started. So, what I wanted to talk about, we got about, I told the physician you're going to hold me to an hour. Hold me to an hour. All right. Oh, thank you, Crystal Diamond referred you. Wonderful. I appreciate that. So, with that being said, let's talk about how GIP began. So, GIP began in 2019, right around the pandemic. Nobody knew the pandemic was going to be around the corner, right? And so the need came from my full-time job. I still work full-time as Director of Finance and Operations. Also, come, you said the music, I'll make sure to put it in the chat. I'll make sure to put it in the chat and give it to Tierney for the description. But it's Jan Hunter, Hunter, but I'll share it with you. And this is cool music in it. So, at my school, we take it upon ourselves to patronize our parents who are business owners, our community partners, and things like that to support the neighborhood because our school is in South Memphis, economically disadvantaged area. And with that, as we were patronizing those partners, some of them, not all of them, had some, knowledge and understanding that we just had to kind of, tap into, right? Regarding W-9s and being paid through PayPal and things like that, because the accountability of a school where we are spending money, we are obligated not only to our school district, but the state of Tennessee, the Tennessee comptroller, right? That's the head, that's like kind of like the state's CFO in a sense. Every dime that we spend into our school and spent out of our school has to be accounted for. And so we just spent quite a bit of time having to explain that to our community partners. Because if, we're spending in excess of $600 with a particular business, we have to issue a 1099. And so with that, that's where GIP Financials came in. And like I said, we were not aware that COVID would be right around the corner. And with the PPP funding, the EIDL, all that good stuff, we were able to not only educate our CEOs to help them understand what the expectations were. We saved some people a lot of money because several people were just going to the word of another referral who could complete the application and get them the money for a percentage of the profits and not knowing what people were put on the applications and things like that. So we just wanted to make sure that people were doing things the right way because this money is governed by the feds. SBA, IRS, all that good stuff, right? So that's how GIP Financials came to be. And since our inception, we are a certified QuickBooks Pro Advisor firm, and we are also BBB accredited business. So we are here doing our good businessing, the businessing, right? And we want to make sure that we run our business with integrity, right? So with that being said, I want to introduce to you guys. I know on social media I talk about them all the time. These are the positionettes. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about myself last. The first person I want to introduce is my day one. And she's a product of the day one. And her name is Diamond David. Get Diamond on. And I want to make sure that I give her a hey, Diamond. And
Hi,
so just
everybody.
make yeah, there go the baby. Ain't you pretty? Yeah. So let me tell y'all a little bit about Diamond. So Diamond has been in the accounting industry for 12 years. Right? She has a BS in accounting from South Carolina State University. She's a senior accountant for an IT company in Charlotte, North Carolina. And she lives by the motto, numbers do not lie. And that is definitely the truth. Child, you can say whatever you want to, but at the end of the day, once we run those numbers, it is what
To tell
it
all your
is.
secrets.
I mean everything. Yeah, everything. Like old school soap opera. Yep. So
Yes,
so
ma'am.
Diamond, like I said, to give you a brief history about Diamond. So one of our first clients, Diamond was working for Greenbox Solutions. CEO is Aaron Wilborn. And from there, once we partnered with Aaron, and Aaron wanted to make sure that Diamond was set up for success because she was transitioning out of that position. And Aaron gifted her with training through me. And not only was that a blessing to Diamond, Diamond's been a blessing to me. And so Diamond already knows how I feel about her. And Diamond is what we call the Iyamba of the group. She will get you all the way to she will get you all the way together. When we were at Black Equity Con, child, I had a whole coaching session. Diamond got me all the way together. And I love her for that. So, but that's what a team is all about, right? We
Yeah.
accentuate our strength, right? And so I really appreciate Diamond. Diamond, is there anything that you want to say?
Oh, no, I'm glad to be a part of this team. I think everyone could learn from you. You're very knowledgeable, and I've learned so much over the years of working with you. And like you said, you took a chance on me, Aaron took a chance on me, and you guys have elevated my career, my knowledge. So I'm grateful for you also. And anybody that needs financial service or financial understanding needs to come talk to Sonia. And she's trained all us very
Oh,
well, so you're in good hands.
oh, that's so precious. Thank you, Diamond Child. We are learning every day. We meet as a team every week
Famous,
on
your famous
Sundays.
words. Let's tear it up until we get it right. There you go.
We tear things up, right? But we are better forward. That's one of the things I
You're
really
better
appreciate
for
about. Yes, absolutely. So that's the level of commitment that you have at GIP Financials. If we don't know, I bet you we gonna find out because we
we gonna
got
figure it
resources. Yeah, exactly. Wonderful. So thank you so much, Diamond. All right. Next up,
out.
we affectionately called the youngin the Wonder Kid. The Wonder Kid, none other than Miss Fantasia Murray. Come on, Wonder Kid. Yes, let's go. Hey, sure.
Right. I was muted. Hey, everybody.
Let me tell y'all about the Wonder Kids. I'm ready to hear about the Wonder Kids. So Fantasia is one of our positionettes. She has an associate of art. She has an associate of arts in business administration from Fields Community College of University of Arkansas with honors. Did you hear that? With honors. And then not only that, she has a bachelor's in business administration with a focus on accounting from the University of Central Arkansas. And the Wonder Kid from the get-go has been deep in accounting and specifically in nonprofit finance. And when I tell you, when she hopped on the scene with us in September of 2021, this child has transformed the day job and GIP financials. When I tell you she's going to have a question for everything and she's going to clarify expectations, Wonder Kid has made your girl a better communicator. Because I have to make sure before I send emails, all of that, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to try to get it right the first time. So that's the type of skill we got at GIP Financial. She gonna ask questions, and we can't do what we need to do unless we ask questions. So we have to preface a lot of our consultations and meetings like, "Hey, we're gonna ask you some questions. Don't get tight in your chest." That's just what we have to do, right?
Right.
All right. So, One Kid, you got anything you want to say to the people?
I don't. Outside of kind of piggybacking off of Diamond, you're a great leader. So I'm honored to be under your leadership, and it's been amazing. I look forward to the future.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Why did you mention the future? Yeah, because a couple months ahead we're gonna have a junior position there. Yes, absolutely. We can't wait. We cannot
I can't
wait.
wait. I can't wait. I'm tired, boss. I'm tired.
Terrible. Oh, you got it, Chief. You got it. You got it. All right. Thank you, that Wonder Kid. All right, we moseying on. All right. Now this one I'm about to pull. This one here. I was trying to get her to get a T-shirt that says "Child, I got questions." This is none other than the certified QuickBooks Pro advisor herself, Latasha Long, CEO and visionary of Legacy Pro Accounting. Come on in, Tasha. Come through with the earrings, boo.
Ciao. Hello.
Oh, absolutely. Let me just shine a little light on Tasha in this greatness that is all things Legacy Pro Accounting. So Latasha Long is a mom of two boys. She has a bachelor's in accounting from the University of Arkansas and a master's in business administration. Been in the game for 15 years and also known as the Queen of Numbers. So she like the Mary J. Blige of numbers. I can dig it. Yeah, dancing off. Boom, boom.
Oh, oh, oh.
That's right. That's right. And now let me tell you about Tasha because Tasha and I are in a business mastermind group called Soul Shift Inner Circle. If y'all are looking for someone to get your entire life together, Coach and Pastor Sean Strickland, that's who you need to go to. Secunda is in our inner circle as well. Tyranny has been in that group, and so y'all, everybody needs a coach. And I can tell you, especially with Tasha and I, since we both own our own businesses, you got to invest in a coach. Tyranny can tell you, Secunda can tell you. That's part. If you want to be successful, you got to invest in a coach. And that's how Latasha and I connected. And when I tell you that it's like Batman and Robin, like LeBron and Dwayne Wade, when we get together, it was like she asked questions, I ask questions, and we make magic happen. So I appreciate Latasha. And if y'all haven't watched the Four Financial Roles video that was released yesterday, as a matter of fact, Latasha
Mhm.
and I talked about the role of bookkeeper. And child, we had a time. Then we have a
We
time,
did.
Tasha.
We did. It was fun.
It was very, very fun. So yeah, so Tasha, you got anything that you want to add?
No, I'm just happy to be here and thank you for having me on your team. If people actually joined one of us like during our consultations, they would be amazed at how we pull from each other. So thank you. I appreciate your time.
You know, likewise. And like I said, I mean, that's the beauty of being a team. Everybody has their strengths. And as a leader, you got to be comfortable enough to allow people to shine.
Hmm.
I would not be where I am at my full time job or at GIP without y'all, because everybody has their own. Like I said, when we get on our team meetings, it's just like, dude, I think we have more fun strategizing and breaking down things. As we go through each client and we got little hurdles and problems that we got to solve. We just
Hmm.
have the time together. And so that's what it's all about. You want to be able to work with a team that you can actually work with. And you don't have to worry about ego and stuff like that. We're
Right.
all here with one common purpose, and that's to make sure that our clients win, right? Because when they win, we win.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
yeah, right. So, Tasha, I thank you so much for being who you are. I appreciate that so much. So,
Thank
all
you.
right. Okay, now I'm not sure if I know we were having some connection issues before, but if Steph is on, let's see if she's on. If not, I'm gonna go ahead and read her bio. But Stephanie McCain, affectionately known as Stephen NIA, is our client concierge. And Steph's role is a little different from Diamond and Tasia and Tasha, because she's not working specifically with accounting. She is our like chief customer service person. And let me do you a little bio about Steph. So Steph is a former educator like myself, taught for 13 years, and now we work together in school operations, finance. For her ministry is definitely community development, um, family support, things of that magnitude. That's her heart. Her bachelor's degree is in elementary education from Crichton College with a minor in individualized psychology, and she has a master's degree in leadership with a focus on human resources from Belhaven University. So one of the things that we added to our process for all of our monthly bookkeeping clients is that every month Stephania will reach out to our monthly clients just to make sure that they're good with the services that we're providing, and if they have any other needs, because sometimes we're busy and they don't get a chance to speak to us, especially like by phone. a whole lot. We primarily communicate through text and email, but having Stephania's ear, our clients are able to talk to her, and if there are any needs outside of finances, like they might need help with business credit, or they may have heard about something, on social media, like the employee retention credit. Is this real? Is this a scam? Stuff like that. So they're able to talk with Stephania about that, and Stephanie relays those things to us, right? So we just want to make sure that our um, clients are well taken care of. And this, like I said, we just started this about maybe I would say a month and a half ago. So it's gonna get our clients will have to get used to this extra little bit of love, right? So those are all of our teammates, and of course, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. So not a whole lot to say, you know what I'm saying? Just like I am, of course, I'm a wife to the amazing Mariko Ozell Jones Jr. He's probably gonna kill me because I said his whole name, his government name. And I am a mom to 5 boys, all boys. Macarius, Ladarius, Euro, Gyra, and Tyler. And we got a dog, Tyler, TT. And I've been in education. That is my career. This is year 21. When I started um, teaching, Euro 3 months old. Him was little teeny tiny little chocolate baby. And yeah, and that's pretty much what I've been doing. The first 12 years, I was a music teacher. I'm still licensed. Don't get it twisted. And for the past 9 years, I've been director of finance and operations. So it's definitely been an experience, to say the least. Because admin was not my ministry. That was not what I had chosen for myself. But apparently, God had other plans, and so with that, I'm cool with that. And so with that, I am the visionary of GIP Financials, and I'm also known as the Mr. Miyagi of money. I was not going to wear my karate suit today because I wanted to make sure I looked like somebody, and I had my Easter hair. So I just want to make sure I made that clear. But if you check out our social media, I do have my karate suit on, and I got a bandana that's got dollar signs on it. So that is my costume, and I like to wear that when I'm marketing and all that good stuff. So that is who we are as a team, y'all. GIP Financials. So let's talk a little bit about the common things that we hear from our prospective clients and our current clients. So first, when you initially talk with GIP Financials, you're going to meet us via consultation, right? And some of the common questions or statements that we get from our clients is one, they're in business, but they don't know where their money is going, right? If you can, attest to that, you can, put a 1 in the chat, or you can say, that's me. Either one is fine. The next quote, the bank asked me for a profit and loss statement, and I don't know how to get one. Tyler, you know what that is, right? If you're trying to establish business credit or trying to get a loan from the bank, they're going to ask you for one of 3 reports: profit and loss, balance sheet, and cash flow statement, right? And it's okay for you not to know. That's why you need to talk to an expert about what those are. Okay. How do I owe the IRS so much money? I thought Tennessee didn't have income tax. First of all, IRS and the state of Tennessee are 2 totally different entities, right? When you're dealing with your income taxes, a lot of small businesses, they're concerned about making the money, but they have to remember that when they're bringing in that cash, they have to reserve a portion of that cash, recommended about 20%, maybe 30%, to give to the IRS. Because if you're not giving them that money periodically, like every quarter, guess what? All the money that you made that was in your bank account when you started the business in January, there's a good chance that money is not going to be there in December when it's time to file your taxes. And so a lot of businesses get caught up having to pay the taxes on that income and they don't have the money to pay the taxes. So that's why having an expert is important. So we can teach you how to not only get your financials organized, but also file your taxes the right way. That's why we have Tunstall. Because not only will Tunstall file your taxes, he's gonna say, all right now, for 2023, based off of the income that you have for 2022, you need to be putting a certain amount aside every quarter to pay, your federal taxes, so you won't get busted upside the head at the end of the tax year, right? That's why it's important to have an expert. And as far as talking about Tennessee state tax, child, all these businesses out here, not even paying the state tax. Now, the income tax is totally different than the business tax. Those are two separate things, right? And so, Bro Thompson and I are working on doing a special education piece on how to file your state business taxes, particularly those of us in the state of Tennessee. Right, Angie? Yes. Right. We're gonna do a class on 10 tap. We're gonna let you know. Hopefully by December, top of January. Right, because we want to make sure that when we do the class, that we're able to walk the clients through it so they can pay their taxes before the deadline of April 15th. So if you're in the state of Tennessee, you got until April the 15th to pay your state taxes. We give you a 30-day grace period, so you don't have it paid by May 15th, you won't be able to get your business license from the clerk. All right, so I gave you that nugget for free. But we will definitely let you know when that class is going to be set up. My tax person won't pick up the phone. I file taxes, and then I got an IRS letter saying I owe this, that, and the third. I try to call my tax preparer, and they ghosted me. We get that call. We get that discussion several times, right? As well as accountants as well. That's unfortunate, but that's just, sometimes it's like that. And you want to make sure if you're in a situation like that, just another nugget, never give an accountant or your tax preparer your original documents. Give them copies or give them scanned documents. Because if you're in a situation that you're with a tax preparer and they ghost you, or an accountant or a CPA ghost you, and you don't have your documents, IRS don't want to hear that, and your state people don't want to hear that either. And then you won't have an opportunity to represent yourself well. Okay? So that's another nugget. Child, when I started this business, I ain't found my business taxes. I was just like, what in the world are we doing, Cletus? You got to file your business taxes. And when we're talking about business taxes, again, we're talking about two things. We're talking about federal, which is your Schedule C, if you're a sole proprietor or a single member LLC. If you are an S Corp, you get your 1120. If you, right, have a business, especially in wherever your state is, if you have an LLC, not only do you have to pay your business tax, but you also have to file your annual report, right? But if you have a sole proprietorship, you still got to pay business tax, right? Even if you don't know off the top, if you hadn't organized your financials and you don't know how much you owe in business taxes, just pay the bare minimum so you can keep your license intact, right? And you can work out the rest of it later once you talk to somebody. All right, that's another nugget. All right, so I want you to be thinking about this. CEOs that are on the line, or if you listen to the replay, what is stopping you from having your finances organized every month? Is it lack of time? Is it lack of resources or money? If you're trying to shop around and the prices, you may not fit your cash flow, be thinking about that. What is stopping you from having your finances organized every month? Because every CEO, right? And when you start your business, you're gonna wear all the hats, right? That it just is what it is. However, as you're growing in your business, you got to be honest about what you can do and what you can't do, right? What you're skilled at doing and what you may need assistance with. Because when it comes to setting up your business the right way, entity wise, dealing with your money, insurance, and stuff like that, those are investments that you don't want to play with, right? If you're going to set up your business, you got to set it up right, okay? And so, with that, I want to make sure that we talk about the solutions that we provide. And so, the solutions that we provide at GIP Financials primarily wrap around solid business bookkeeping and fundamental business finance education. It's as simple as that. We believe at GIP Financials, without structure, there is no profit. You cannot tell me what your profit is or how much you made unless you got some type of system. Right now, you may have pencil and paper. You may have Excel. You may have accounting software. As long as you got a system or you got the Ziploc bag full of receipts that you can take out and write stuff down, whatever your system is, you got to have some type of structure. But your systems can always be better, right? Next thing, CEOs, you got to know your numbers. It is very dangerous for you to invest in an expert and you just hand them the papers and you don't know what's going on. We got way too many of that going on right now in the business world, right? Anybody remember the story about Steve Harvey and making millions of dollars? Had a whole accountant, had the accountant file the taxes. Steve Harvey gave him the authority to sign the checks, and dude cashed the checks and put the tax on the floor. And Steve Harvey had to pay the IRS a whole lot of money, all because he trusted, and he should have trusted his account, because I know that he gave him a whole lot of money, but he didn't ask questions, right? So it can literally happen to the best of us. But you got to make sure also shop around and ask questions. On our YouTube channel, we talk about the 4 financial roles. And not only do I talk about those 4 financial roles, I talk about the questions that you should ask each expert in each of those 4 financial roles. And we talk about this a lot. If you are shopping around for an expert, regardless if it's an insurance agent, an accountant, a tax person, or whomever, and you're asking questions and you feel like they're rushing you, they're not the person for you, because finances are a big deal. And you need to sit there and make sure that you get all your questions answered so you can make a wise decision about who's going to help you build your business, right? So that is very, 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 very serious. So, who are our clients? I want to make sure just to give you kind of a scope of who our current client base is, to kind of let you know kind of what the fit is. And so right now we work with for-profits as well as nonprofits. Our for-profits are either single member LLCs or S Corps. And their average gross income, this is before expenses, average is about $254,000 a year, right? And the age range of the CEOs are between 30 and 50 years old. So these are single member LLCs that are making at least 5 figures within the tax year, and within 2 or 3 years of growth, they have advanced from 5 figures to 6 figures. So that means that they're moving entities between LLCs to S Corps, right? So just to give you kind of a scope of how much volume maybe that, and like I said, it kind of depends just based off of the CEO and how confident they are in taking care of their own books, right? And then as far as our nonprofits are concerned, our nonprofits revenue ranges between $1 million to $4 million, and all of our nonprofits have some type of they receive some type of grants that require extra management, which means that with every grant that you get, it's either going to have funds that are restricted, meaning that the grants have to be spent in a particular way or on certain items, or it can be those funds can be unrestricted. It means you can spend it on whatever program that you want to that your nonprofit supports. But with every grant, and somebody say in the chat, every grant, you are going to be required to document how you spend those funds, because whoever the other nonprofit or the government is giving you those funds, they have to do their due diligence and research on whether or not those funds are being used effectively to see if their program can keep going, right? So just to give you kind of a gist of who is utilizing our monthly bookkeeping services. So that's kind of what our client profile is. But those are not the only um, services that we provide. We also provide what we call do-it-yourself services. Those are primarily our online courses that are on our website. We have done with you services, and our number one done with you service is by far the QuickBooks Setup. It's a $250 product, and that comes with 2 hours of basically QuickBooks boot camp, right? We show you how to categorize your transactions. We help you pick the QuickBooks subscription that best fits your business. And we also show you how to pull the profit and loss, the balance sheet, and the cash flow statement with that $250. Now, when you're subscribing to QuickBooks, you have a choice of paying for it on your own, or getting your own subscription, or you can get your subscription through GIP Financials. And because we are a certified pro advisor firm, we get a 30% wholesale discount on the QuickBooks subscriptions, and we pass that savings on to our people, right? So we got do it yourself, done with you, the done for you services, of course, are our monthly bookkeeping services. And if you need assistance with, prior year tax cleanup, like I said, remember I said in previously that there are several businesses that have not filed taxes prior to 2022, right? And so with that, 9 times out of 10, if we're going to help you with those services, you're going to have to get QuickBooks so we can put all your stuff in the system, generate the reports, and push that information onto the tax preparer, right? And then we also, in addition to done for you services, we have special one-on-one services that include not only the end of year tax prep, but virtual CFO services. And that's going to be pretty much services that require like more strategic planning, budgeting. If you are a business and you're trying to apply for a grant and or a loan, that's project-based CFO level type of stuff. Or if you're trying to place a bid, right? Say if you're a construction company and the city of Memphis has a bid, and you want to place a bid and you need assistance with setting up the financial part of it, we can help you with that too. That's our virtual CFO level type of services. So I'm gonna pause right here and look through the chat, see what's going on while I take a little water break. Right. Yeah. It's the concept every grant. Now, one thing I will say, since Angie is on here, Angie with Women's Business Central South, if you guys are not connected with them, honey, please make sure that you check them out. We're going to make sure, Tierney, make a note that we're going to add their information into the description. And I know it says Women's Business in the South, but if you're a dude and you are on here listening to the replay, you need to still sign up for Women's Business Centers out, but they are posting at least one grant a week on their social media outlets, right? And so you need to be fully aware of what's going on. And then also make sure that if you're a local here in Memphis, the City of Memphis Office of Business Diversity and Compliance, the City of Memphis OBDC, that's the next resource that you want to make sure that you're connected to. Because in order to do business with the city, you have to be certified with them, with Shelby County government, with MATA, the bus company, with the city, the airport authority, with Memphis Shelby County Schools, all of that. And so I am GIP Financial is certified with Shelby County, the city of Memphis. We are a certified vendor with the Memphis Airport Authority, Memphis Light, Gas, and Water. I forgot them as well. We're waiting on MATA. And then we're going to wait a little bit later to apply for the district, the school district. So, yeah, there's plenty of money to be made out here. For real, right? So make sure that even if you're not a part of Memphis, there is definitely your local government. They should have an Office of Business Development. So make sure that you tap into that. Oh no, thank you, Angie Steele Palm, Sister Palm, right? And if you want to, Angie, if you want to put your information in the chat so people can check out Women's Business Center South, you can, but we're also going to put it in the description as well. Yes, and they do post pitch opportunities. I was supposed to pitch and I messed around and got COVID. I was so bad. Oh, I was hot. But yeah, they are a wealth of knowledge. And also I want to make sure that I give my flowers to Madam CEO Latasha Mitchell of Women's Business Center South as well. All right, let me keep going in my slide. All right. So with our monthly bookkeeping services are either going to cover compliance or advisory. Compliance meaning like, child, I just want to make sure when I go to bed at night, I can have peace knowing that the IRS is not going to send me any crazy letters, or the Tennessee Department of Revenue or the Secretary of State not going to send me anything crazy, right? So just making sure that all your T's are crossed and I's are dotted. That's compliance. And then we also have advisory level services like we talked about before with the virtual CFO service. So there are different, when you're considering bookkeeping packages and bookkeeping services with us as well as other accounting firms, there are certain things that you can also add on as well, because as you grow, and especially if you're a service-based business, because we're noticing this a lot as well, your basic bookkeeping package is not going to include us tracking your invoices and making sure that the customers are paying you. That's a separate service, right? So with accounts payable, if you need somebody to help you with bill pay, that's a separate service. If you need help with payroll, if you are an S Corp, you as the owner have to be on payroll. If you need help setting up your payroll, we got you covered on that. That is a add-on service. So we got services like that that help to accommodate scaling your business. Okay. And in some of the online courses that we provide is we have courses for what we consider the layman, like Budget Me Please. We talk about budgeting, filing your business tax return. That is one with Brother Tunstall and I. We talk about how to file your Schedule C. We talk about the home office form deduction. We talk a little bit about Form 1120 if you're an S Corp. Andrew was in that class and we had a real good time. Just real 2 hours of solid content, man. And like I said, I love to teach. I'll do that all day long. And Bro Tunstall likes to teach too. So if you're going to invest in one, that's definitely one to invest in, especially now. Master the balance transfer. What a lot of business owners, I think, can sometimes get misinformed about is how to access business credit. And if you are just starting in business, I'm here to tell you that your personal credit does still play a part. Your personal credit still plays a part because as you're applying for credit cards, they're going to ask you what your average annual salary is or average annual income, right? And if you're just starting, you gotta you can include your W-2 income because it's going to be in your name anyway, and it's going to require a personal guarantee, right? You don't start getting the privilege of getting credit cards without personal uh, without the personal guarantee until you've been established for a while, right? And you got to prove yourself worthy that you can be trusted with other people's money like that. So I just want to make sure that you are aware of this. So sometimes what I suggest to my clients, just have one of your credit cards as your dedicated business card and put all your business transactions on there. And from there, one of those benefits is being able to utilize what they call a balance transfer. So say if you're using a credit card that has like 19% interest, and then you have a separate card using that card in a while, they're gonna send you a little "Hey Big Head" letter in the mailbox to say, "Hey, I know you using some other credit cards. They got some better interest rates, but if you transfer that balance over here to us, not only will you be able to save some money and have a 0% interest rate, you can have that 0% interest rate for the next 12, 15, 24 months, right? But in order for you to utilize that the right way, you got to know the game. So I'm going to teach you how to master the balance transfer. And we also have Save My Small Business. We did this class with Women's Business Center South last month, where I teach you how to automate or using QuickBooks to automate your accounting that saves you time and money. And last but certainly not least, we did this one in June, the Secure the Bag CEO Challenge, where I teach CEOs how to increase their profits in 30 days. And all we're talking about is systems, business entity structure, your money in system, and your money out system. Just simple as that, right? So we've got some very, very thorough courses that you can also invest in. All those courses, with the exception of the Secure the Bag CEO Challenge, is only $47. And as soon as you pay for it, you get access to it. So as far as our intake process, again, if you're looking to work with us as a bookkeeping client, or if you want us to do some bookkeeping cleanup for you, the process looks like this. You schedule a consultation with us. Once you schedule a consultation and we ask, questions to see if we're a good fit, we're going to send you the application. We're revising that process now, just to make sure that the expectations between the client and GIP Financials, again, just reinforcing that fit. And we're not going to offer you the opportunity to apply unless we know that you're a good fit for us. Once you complete that application, we will send you an estimate and engagement letter, because we will talk about the recommended services for you during the consultation. And then after that, once the estimate is paid, the engagement letter is taken care of and signed, then we start working, right? You will be assigned one of the positionettes. We're going to discuss your business goals with me, you, and whoever is assigned to your account. We're going to talk about your action plan for your bookkeeping, because every business is different, right? And then we're going to start getting to work on categorizing your transactions, generating your reports. And then at the end of the tax year, then we're going to start looking at, do you need a tax preparer? Do we need to refer you to Tunstall? Quarter 4 is going to be the time where we're going to be looking at, all right, what's going to be the best way for you to leverage and reduce your tax liability, right? So that's pretty much what our process is. So from here, Tierney, if we can bring the team on, and let's see if we have some time for a little Q&A. I see you there. Your pretty smile. All right. Okay. So with that being said, let's see. Did Tay pop off? I think I got a text here.
I'm here. My camera just off.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. All right. So I don't see any questions so far in the chat, unless y'all saw something that I didn't see. But I've got some questions here that we can discuss. All right. So one of the things that um, I wanted to talk about, we talked about our ideal client, but we also want to make sure that we talk about our expectations of the client, right? Because a lot of times we know the prospective client is going to have expectations of us based off of their experiences and stuff like that. But in order for us to do what we need to do for the client, and I really want y'all to chip in because you got this quite a bit in our team meetings and stuff like that. What do our prospective clients need to know to set them up for success?
To be honest, to be
Absolutely.
honest about their financials, basically, that we're here to help and not to judge.
Absolutely. Right. Anybody else? I see Tay want to say something.
I'm trying. I'm trying to see how to word it. I definitely agree with Diamond. The first thing is kind of just being honest and open and transparent about, I guess, what they know, what they don't know, what position they're starting out in. That way, we know what we're getting into. We can give them the best advice possible. I think, from my experience, some clients kind of downplay their position. And then once we start looking at the numbers, I'm like, what is going on? So like just kind of from the get go, just kind of be open and honest and very transparent about where they are.
Exactly. Tasha?
Um, I want I want them to know that we're going to dig deep and ask a lot of uncomfortable questions. We don't want you to tap out and fade to black, but we could ask some personal questions, and it's not to offend you. It's just so we can better understand your business and so we can know how we can help you.
Absolutely. I think one of the things, if you're ever hearing us like on a call or on a course, I'm always going to do a check in. See how you feeling, what you thinking, you good? Because like the position that said, everybody is on a different threshold when it comes to bookkeeping and financials, right? Because you got folks in situations like, say, our nonprofits are 9 times out of 10, they don't have a CFO. They have a liaison who may not have that level of knowledge that we have. And so we have to frame and prep the environment for that, right? It might be a person that's brand new that is coming to an organization and has, got a big old ball of yarn that they're trying to undo, right? Or it might be a situation where they might have like a major leadership transition. You kind of got, and they're like, here, go this ball of yarn. What is this? You know? So we have to make sure that we offer, like I call them, for lack of better, the Dr. Phil, right? Because talking about money is very sensitive. It requires vulnerability, right? And you got to have proper bedside manner. right? When it comes to stuff like that. And we, inform our clients all the time, like, yeah, we know you don't know, but we want to make sure that we provide a safe space so you can be like, child, I don't know that. Child, I don't know what this thing, right? So that's one of the things, like I said, that how we differentiate ourselves, because we cannot ensure that our businesses are going to win unless they are properly informed. Amen. Right. Let me see. So, Conda has a question. Would you recommend or strongly suggest your client take the security bag CEO? Very good question. So, here's what I would suggest. The security bag CEO challenge. Um, I feel like as a monthly client, you get some of that throughout our monthly bookkeeping process. The majority of our online courses are for those businesses probably just starting out. They might not be able to afford or have the cash flow for monthly bookkeeping services, because those packages start at a minimum of $350 a month. So if you got a business and you're just starting out with simple systems, right? Now, one thing I will say that the Security Bag CEO Challenge does have, we do talk a little bit about CEO mindset, because you have to have a proper mindset in order to delegate your stuff to people that you do not know, right? There's got to be a level of mindset that comes with that. But the other systems, I would definitely say, are for like businesses starting out, or maybe they might be, kind of us in the background, and they kind of want to try us out. So they try us out through those online courses, or maybe through a QuickBooks setup or something like that. So that's pretty much what the DIY and the done for you products will do for clients. So good question, Sakanda. Um, Let me pick another question here. Um, all right, here's one. Why should a prospect? Because I know as people are looking at, our open house, they're probably thinking, child, should I go ahead and do this? Why should I start with bookkeeping? Why would a prospective client start with bookkeeping? What's the major benefit of that? Yes, they can. Anybody?
Organization. To have an accurate number month to month of what's going on with your business, to see where you can grow with your finances, to see where you have to know where you are to see where you can grow.
Exactly, right? It's better to have it, right? If I don't say having and not need it, because you do need it, but it's like if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready, right? You want to make sure that you have, if nothing else, have an accounting system. So when Women Business Center South post that grant that you can apply for, then all you have to do is go in QuickBooks and print your P&L, right? Or have the information if they ask about certain figures in your business. That's why you need to, like I said, even if investing in a monthly bookkeeping service is not the best fit for you right now, you need to at least get connected with an expert that can help you along the way, right? Uh, uh, Tasha, y'all got anything that you want to add?
Um, I would say so that you also are prepared during tax time. Like you're not scrambling at the last minute trying to figure out how much money you made, how many deductions you can take. You'll already have that information in hand. So when it's time to hand it over to the tax preparer, you already have it.
Right, exactly. And that's one of the reasons why we love Breton, because I think we have right now, I want to say four of our clients also work with Tunstall, and so we meet with him, us, the positionettes, and Tunstall, depending on who the client is, on a periodic basis, just to check in and say, hey, this is where this client is, and then depending on who's talked to the client most recently, you know, will already have some, some level of information about what their goals are, things of that magnitude. So right now, as we're in quarter 4, this is kind of where we are. We've already talked to the clients about like in quarter 3, like in quarter 2, quarter 3. Hey, I see that your income is going this way. We are forecasting that it's probably going to end up looking like XYZ. We need to start thinking about some strategic spending, right? Any prepaid stuff, any recurring expenses that you can go ahead and pay off if you got the cash flow. Now, if you prepay, you might get a discount on top of that, right? Paying off invoices early, stuff like that to help you, as you spend more on your business expenses, you your taxable income. So little things like that to kind of help out, right? And also, if it's time for the LLC to grow and move into S corp status, we normally do that if the net income after expenses is between at least $40,000. Then it's time to go ahead and move it on up to the S corp. But you got to get on payroll, right? So that even being on payroll does require, some extra service, but it also will help you in the long run with expenses as well. All right, one more question. Let me see here. How do we track our capacity? So basically, and this is something we've been working on as a team for quarter 4 because we know that tax time is right around the corner. Businesses already got the Birdman hand rub trying to figure out who gonna file their taxes and all that stuff like that. So we got to make sure that we as a team are able to plan and do our work in excellence, right? So for quarter 4, we have not taken on any new clients in quarter 4 at all. We have taken this time to sit down, talk about, best fits, for our workflow, right? Um, Taking an internal reflection about kind of like the hours that we have available to work. Because all of us work full time. All of us still work full time, right? So we just got to make sure that we're good stewards of our time, and then we honor, right, our obligations outside of GIP, right? And so one of the things that we invested in was a workflow platform called Financial Sense that we are loving every time that we log into it because it's giving us an something concrete outside of Google Docs, whom we also love, but we needed something a little bit more robust, amen, to plan and delegate our projects on. And then another thing that we're also doing in that is just really focusing on the services that we provide, and how we're providing those services. So one of the things that we talked about with our compliance bookkeeping packages, we do monthly reporting, we do the monthly reconcile, but as far as doing the client check-in, we're gonna move that from monthly to quarterly, because of the fact that I was like, I want to make sure that we're doing X, Y, Z. But child, I'm 43 years old. I got other things going on, so I just got to spread it out, right? But even in our delivery of the reporting, we also want to make sure that we are extremely thorough in what we do, right? So even if the monthly reporting comes in like an email, we make sure that all of our clients, when we set up the reports in QuickBooks, they have them saved and customized. So all they got to do is go in there, see that little star roof, and click on it, right? So we want to make sure that we are providing services to where we want to teach our CEOs how to access their numbers, right? Because that's what we say as part of our core values, right? Anything else that y'all want to talk about as far as our capacity and how we are making our firm better? Anything I forgot?
Nope.
Nope. I think that was gonna get you together. Like, no, man, let's wrap it up.
Well, we are
So
in position to get new clients, so we're ready for that for 2023. So I know
yes,
I'm excited about that part.
yes, we definitely are. And that's one of the reasons why we're doing an open house because in that we talked about us, exposure, getting ourselves to the place where our prospective clients can see what we're doing and who we are as a team, right? And I think that's really, really important to be able to see, you know, everybody besides me, right? And truth be told, I'm gonna be doing a little bit. I'm gonna be hiding a little bit. Like I'm going. Y'all ain't gonna see me as much, right? Because I'm gonna be on the back end putting some other packages and stuff together to meet the needs. I'm trying to, hone in and listen and, really trying to fill in the gaps about what our prospective clients need. And sometimes that means y'all might get a consultation with Tasia or Latasha, yeah, right? And, just increasing our capacity in those respects as well, right? So we are learning and growing, right? Because that's part of being in business. So, yeah, man. So that's what we are all about. And so, just a couple of things. And I think what I'm gonna do as far as like with the upcoming events, y'all save the date February the 10th and 11th. We are going to have an exclusive event with local app Jay Fogle out of Cleveland, Ohio. He and his team are coming to Memphis to the M Town to talk about small business masterminding, and we're going to have a little mixer, just get together and hobnob and network, all that good stuff. And then also, like I said, stay tuned because I know Bro Tunstall and I are going to be talking about the state tax class, and we're not sure how we're gonna do that just yet, but just stay tuned for that. We'll definitely post that on social media. Um, some other quick things for 2022 tax time. The tax season officially begins January the 24th. Okay, if you are a CEO and you have um, purchased services from anyone in excess of $600, if you have not given them a W-9, now is the time. Hopefully they'll respond back. Child, it is what it is. We might have to do a webinar on that, child. I'm just saying. But if that is the case, 1099s have to be distributed normally by the end of January. I've been checking the IRS website. Tasha, if you see anything different, let me know. But they have to be mailed out to those vendors by the end of January. So if you need help with that, we can help you with those as well as getting those 1099s filed. Taxes will be due April the 18th. So write those dates down, April the 18th. And also, if you're in the state of Tennessee and you don't know about your state business taxes, you better schedule a consultation ASAP. Don't get caught slipping. And as well, the EFTPS, that is the database for the IRS to make your tax payments as a business owner, self-employed. So it's E as in Edward, F as in Frank, T as in Tom, P as in Paul, S as in Sam, EFTPS.org. Sign up and start putting some money aside for your taxes. Don't get caught slipping with that big old bill. Because we ain't be able to help you with that. You have to pay your taxes. All right. I'm just saying. All right. So with that being said, we appreciate y'all coming on with us. We're going to put all of our contact information in the description below. Tierney's going to make sure we take care of that. And so the time is now 5:19. We cannot end this without doing the signature deacon hand. So everybody, put that deacon hand. So if you are blessed, yes, Diamond, you too. We sit there looking outside. Yes, if you have heard the voice in your ear say, child, you need to contact them. Will there be one? All right. Would it? Yeah. Will there be one? There'll be one. All right. We are here to help you. You guys schedule a consultation. That's the only way we're going to be able to help you. Right? You put your hand down. I know fingers start tingling. Get it up too long. All right. So again, we appreciate y'all for stopping in and hanging out with us. Share this once we get it all nice and prettified. You can share with your people. We're gonna put this on our YouTube page and share it all across our platform. So thank you so much again. We appreciate you guys. Thank you, Diamond, Tasha, Tay, Tierney in the background making things happen. We appreciate all of our clients and partners that have logged on. We appreciate y'all as well. Have an amazing evening, and we'll catch you on the next go round. Peace.